Hey, welcome back to EnviroVent. Today we're going to talk about System 1, intermittent fans. There's a couple of important things to know about that, but if you look at our video regarding systems and the different systems within Approved Document F and the Technical Handbook for Scotland, you'll see on the different applications that'd be fitted in. But what we're going to talk about today, we've got a series of different fans. This is a 4-inch Silent 100 design. It's got a lovely front cover, looks nice. Ideally suited for a straight through the wall situation, not ideally suited for ducting. Again, one of our videos will show you this. The main reason being that with the front cover on, although it does look nice, it causes restrictions on the airflow. So it's ideal for through the wall applications only. If you've got any amount of ducting, we have another fan we can show you for that. The first thing you notice about these when you get them out is obviously the quality of the build. The spigot on the back is a nice solid spigot that can't be distorted or sort of disrupted or anything. The other thing you've got on the back of these, we have what we call a backdraft shutter. Now this is looks very flimsy, but actually it's there to do a job. Now if you notice in the wind, you're not really going to hear that clattering around. It also doesn't cause a lot of resistance on the fan. However, when you get one of these lovely things that fit on a lot of fans, or people have them on the outside as a lever shutter, you can obviously understand that during the night, the wind flapping around as we do in the UK, that's going to cause a lot of issues. Whereas again, you know, that's going to be a lot quieter for you. The first thing you notice as well, again about these, is the noise on them. Now that fan itself is doing 22 litres a second at approximately about 26.5 decibels at 3 metres. So you can hear it's quite a quiet fan. Not something that's going to irritate you in the night. If you go to the toilet in an ensuite and it comes on, it's not going to be a problem. We do a various range of fans, overrun timers, humidity sensors, depending on which application you want. What we've also got, I'm going to leave that on the side there. This is its brother, as you could call it. Again, Silent 100. The only difference between these two fans is the front cover. This one does not have this front cover in place, so it doesn't look as pretty. Still a nice, slim fan. Again, you'll notice very quiet, but with the exception of this one, what you've got now, because this front cover isn't in place, this one will do up to 26 litres a second. And it's also got a little bit more power behind it because it's not being restricted at the front, so it will cope with slightly longer duct runs if you're having to install it on a ceiling, 90-degree bend on the back, and a length of duct into a grill or even to a roof tile vent. So again, this is ideal for more different scenarios. Again, this is the 4-inch 100mm version, suitable for bathrooms or cloakrooms, WCs. We do a 6-inch one and a 5-inch one, which would be suitable for utility, and the 6-inch would be suitable for a kitchen. So again, you know, they do some really good airflows. And again, they're similar, a little bit louder on the bigger models, but you can see it is a very quiet fan. So I'm going to turn that one off. I'm going to come back to that one in a minute just to go through some of the settings on it. So with the Classic 100, this particular model has got the thermoelectric actuator on it. So what happens when the fan comes on, there's a wax actuator in there, and the actual wax will melt and the thermoelectric shutter will start to open. So as you can see, the thermoelectric shutter, the fan's on, the shutter's now starting to open slowly and the air will come through. When the fan goes off, as the wax starts to dry, that shutter will actually start to close again. So again, you can hear with that open, it is a little bit louder than the silent one again, hence the silent one obviously silent for a reason. It's a sort of a whisper quiet running, whereas the Classic is a little bit louder, as I've said before, about 32 dBs. Same airflow, 26 litres a second, but it's not as powerful as the silent one. It won't cope with that extra ducting, but still a good fan, you know, straight through the wall in certain applications and in the right scenarios. Right, I'm just going to go back to the Silent 100 fan here. You'll find I'm just going to go through the settings on this fan and some of the features which you can find across the range of the intermittent fans we do. So basically the front cover here, there's a little dimple on the bottom of the fan. Now again, depending on where this is mounted, some people do mount it different orientations, or if it's ceiling mounted. Basically, if you can push that dimple in, the front cover can be easily removed. Just be aware, sometimes contractors may put some silicone sealant around the edge of the fan. It does make the front cover difficult to move then. Very gently with a Stanley knife, just cut the sealant. Again, just pull the cover away, so it should just pull off nice and easily. Obviously, first thing to do, safety first, always make sure that the power is isolated at the local isolator. Remove the front cover. You'll see here, first thing you'll notice, again, the electronics are behind another cover. So this has got a rubber seal around it. This is to give it the IP rating. so it's suitable for the bathroom, for zone 1 in a bathroom, IPX4 rated. Again, we do cover IPX4s or IPX ratings and bathroom zoning in another video. If you want to have a look at that one, more than welcome. So I won't delve into it now. You will also notice you get this lovely little tool here. A lot of people think they might use it as a toothpick or a small spoon, but ideally this is used for adjusting the settings on the fan. Now the reason we provide you with this is the little what we call potentiometers here for adjusting the settings are very delicate. Sometimes if you use a screwdriver that's too big or you're heavy-handed, the screwdriver will actually break these little settings here. If that breaks, the fan's, you've voided the warranty on the fan and you've damaged it, it's not going to work. If you're too heavy-handed with this will actually break before that, so this is why we provide it with these. You'll find here, this one is the HT version. What we've got here, we've got the timer, sensitivity and the humidity. The timer obviously is the amount of time the fan will run on for when you have it wired into a light switch or an independent switch. You turn the switch on, the fan will come on. When you turn it off, it will then run on for a period of time, anywhere between 1 and 30 minutes, set by this potentiometer. If you have it anti-clockwise fully, that's 1 minute. Turn it all the way clockwise, that will set it to 30 minutes. Anywhere in between, about halfway recommended, that's 15 minutes. That would meet the minimum requirements for most bathrooms within the UK under building regs. So have it running on for 15 minutes, unless you've got a very large openable window that you're going to utilise. The humidity sensitivity, this one on here, you'll see it says HR, but it's relative humidity. This again, the sensitivity on this, if it's anti-clockwise, so you turn it anti-clockwise, that is to its minimum, that is to 65% humidity. That means the fan will come on when the relative humidity in the room gets around 65%. That is quite a sensitive setting. If you turn it clockwise, it'll make the fan less sensitive to humidity. So the humidity in the room has to be higher before the fan will come on. And that can go all the way up. So if you turn that all the way up, they find these will do about 3/4 of a turn in total. So again, put them both about halfway, should be ideal for most bathrooms in the UK. Obviously ensuring once you've set it, you close that off and you just put the tool back in there. So again, it's if it does need adjusting slightly because you might have a bathroom that's quite a large bathroom, you might want it a bit more sensitive, or if it's further away from a shower. As I've mentioned, they are IPX4 rated, so they are suitable for bathrooms and in zone 1, as long as you have a 30 mAh CD. What we've got here, this is the humidity sensor. So on this one, this is tracking the humidity. Now if you look, I've just put my fingers on that and that's turned the fan on. Obviously I've got a bit of moisture on me, it's picked it up, quite sensitive. What you'll see here on the front cover, there's a little grill there. This is where the humidity sensor sits, and on the back of this we have a little bit of tape. This is known as hygroscopic tape, and it's there to stop moisture and water getting through and damaging that sensor. So please leave that on because it can damage the fan. It will let the vapour through and it will detect the moisture, which I was going to do by blowing on the fan, but my fingers just turned it on. So we'll give it a bit of time, that'll run on now. It'll also run on for the period of time I've got set on the timer. So you'll find those settings are very similar across the range of fans, even on the new EcoWatt ones or on the profile. They're all done by a little sensitivity thing and a little screwdriver like that. If you are using an electrical screwdriver or anything, obviously making sure it's a decent, the right size, and also that you're not too rough with it. Be very delicate, otherwise you can damage the fan. And that's it for the fans really and the setting of them. I hope you've enjoyed the video and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.